Oh, wouldn't that be great?
All right, so here we go. Heat are finalizing a deal to send Jimmy Butler to the Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
I guess you don't need Wiggins if you've got Jimmy Butler. That makes sense.
Jimmy Butler is now a Golden State Warrior. You like this, or what do you think?
Does it really make him that much? Like, obviously, it makes him better, but I will reword this up. Does this make them relevant in the or Western Conference? I don't know. Like, they're a 500 team right now, correct?
Yes.
Does this get them into the six hole where they don't have to play in the play-in games? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I definitely think it improves them, but I don't think it improves them enough to. Yeah, I don't think it improves them, and like it doesn't make me go, God, they're now fighting with Oklahoma City and the Lakers, and like, no, it's a good move that'll help them, but God, it also has cancer written all over it too.
Yeah, and this was gonna be one of the first things we talked about. So that was one of the first thing on the agenda today was all the shit going on in basketball because there is a lot going on. We had a Valanciunas, was it Valanciunas that got traded earlier, or was it Vivicek?
Yo,
Or no, it was
uh,
Jonas Valanciunas, right?
yep, I believe so.
Let me look. But he got traded today. Jonas. Yeah, so for City Sissoko or whatever, foes, I'm tipping. Yeah, Wood Graham, I'm gripping. Catch me lane switching, the paint dripping. Yeah, dude, whatever. My fucking. Who is that? Who is it?
I
Mike
have no.
Jones. So yeah, Jonas Valanciunas to the Kings. So Kings are actually looking pretty nice, actually, for giving up fucking De'Aaron Fox. I mean, getting Levine back, and now Valanciunas. I mean, they're building. So we had that happen today. We obviously had today we had Kuzma traded to the Bucks for Chris Middleton.
That was an
Which
interesting move.
yeah, that was a sad for Chris, NBA champion, 3-time All Star. 3 points made. A little easier. They got the title. He got his ring. And can you just tell me what?
The Wizards buy him out, then he'll just get like.
Yeah, I mean that's see. So interesting move by the Bucks. And then we were going to talk about Jimmy because right before this happened, there was a lot coming out with him. So today, before this trade was finalized, and this is kind of and Golden State. I think this makes Golden State look desperate as shit because they the rumor came out that they were just dying to pair somebody with, they were scrambling. They were calling fucking everybody. After the Luka trade, they're calling everybody, trying to pair somebody with Steph Curry. And, they called LeBron, they called KD, all these crazy shit. They called about Jimmy, but then Jimmy, who, being typical Jimmy, says, oh, well, he apparently says he won't, he has told teams and everybody, I won't extend with anybody other than the Suns. So he's already told Golden State that he won't extend with them earlier this week or over the weekend, whenever this maybe it was last week when these talks started. So he had already told Golden State he was not going to re-sign. Is Bronny back from the G League? Yeah, I don't know if that's just temporary or not. I would assume maybe after these trades and all the roster settled, but I think they brought him back up just to kind of maybe, I really don't know, but good for him for hitting a 3 last night. But yeah, Jimmy, typical fashion, says, I'm not going to. So they know that he's not going to extend. But, earlier that they had said that, possibly in this Jimmy Butler trade to get him out to the Suns, they would then get Kevin Durant sent to Golden State, right? So that was the rumor for most of the day. Well, what's his name? Marcus Spears today reported that KD wants nothing to do with them. Apparently, when they went to Kevin Durant, said, or when he saw this rumor, he was like, no, like I do not want to go to Golden State. He apparently said he was even willing to work something out with them to where he just make sure, just don't send me back there, basically,
Wow,
which is
that's interesting.
crazy. So that is how we landed here. They shifted their focuses back to Jimmy after that Kevin Durant. So the rumor was after that so Kevin Durant, if Kevin Durant was leaving, it was only going to be for the Heat. It was either going to be he was staying in Phoenix or he was going to actually go to the Heat in the trade.
Right.
Which did not happen, obviously. So Jimmy Butler to the Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, protected first round pick.
That's a good pull for the Heat for like basically having a gun to their head and
Yeah.
sorry YouTube and not having like they didn't have any um collateral like they didn't have anything to stand on and they managed to get two really good players and any kind of a first round pick back. That's pretty good.
Not bad. Yeah, I think this is a win-win for everybody here, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't now. I honestly, I don't know if it's a huge win for Golden State. We'll have to wait and see what happens with this trade, because how is he going to fit in? How is Steph and Draymond, or him and Draymond, going to get along? Is he going to get? But him not buying in and willing to, them knowing he's not going to sign, they're basically renting Jimmy buckets for the most part, or Jimmy Butler for the most part probably is just going to be a rental, and he may go back there, but it's going to take a pitch of free agency to do that, to bring him back. I do think this makes them look like, damn, like they really wait. Lindy Waters and Josh Richardson heading to Detroit in part of 3. So Pistons are also involved in this deal,
Oh,
who are
okay.
playing live right now. So Josh Richardson and somebody else are going to Golden State or something, it looks like.
Makes sense. They'll need a couple bodies to go back. It's
Okay, here we go.
Go ahead.
So, gotta love it. Breaking news all the time. Shams. They act like they don't have to worry about Jimmy Butler not staying in Golden State, because Jimmy Butler has agreed to a new 2-year, $121 million extension with the franchise through 2026, 2027. Sources tell me Butler's declining the player option for this new 100. Wait. Oh, yeah, so they basically just have him. Okay, so they have him for 1 year. He's already declined the second year, basically.
Oh, okay. So he's for this playoff run and all of next
and
year.
next year. He says, all right, I'll give you next year, but I am absolutely declining the third year, or the second year, which, look, now I'm ready to call that 100% a win-win at this point.
Because now you have a guaranteed, you patch it together this year, and then you have a full year to see what happens. That makes sense. That makes sense. And you know what? The Heat aren't going to win a title in the East. But the Heat are going to be a tricky team, and they're not a team you want to see. Like, if you're a Cleveland and you get the 1-8 or 2-7 matchup, and you see Miami, yuck. That's not going to be a fun series.
Yeah, no, it sure the fuck is not. Hold on, I was trying to.
Like, it feels like they're just. I know you're. I'll talk for 2 seconds while you're doing your.
Oh, you're fine.
It feels like they're a very professional team. Like Mark Spoelstra will find a way to squeeze every bit out of like 7 or 8 professionals, like good professionals. Like no, without having a superstar. Well, Bam Adebayo is. You know what I mean. He'll find a way to get into the playoffs, and that team that gets them in a 7-game series is not going to have fun. Even if they win that 7-game series, that ain't going to be a fun series to play, because they're going to make your life miserable.
Golden State, you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, this is a good move. I mean, this is definitely going to be, I see this one right here, Jimmy Butler and his agent laughing. I mean, yeah, everybody wins here. Jimmy Butler wins, $121 million extension. I mean, he gets to go to he gets out of fucking, he gets out of Miami. He gets to go to a contender, or somewhat of or a team that could potentially become a contender alongside Steph Curry, and Draymond should be coming back from injury if he's not already back. But yeah, I mean, this is a good trade for everybody. And like you said, for for the Heat basically being told like you're not getting me back. I'm not stepping foot on that court again. Like you're just gonna have to trade me. Not a bad return at all.
No, I think the Heat did pretty damn good.
I agree. Let us know if you guys are watching. If you guys got any comments about this, let us know down in the comments. But yeah, I mean that's big news. I mean, like I said, I definitely that's like takes away all the talking that I was gonna do earlier about. Oh, look at all this crazy. Okay, hold on. Dennis Schroeder is being routed to the Jazz in the Jimmy Butler Andrew Wiggins deal.
Jesus, what? This is this is the complicated part of NBA trades because there's always like 3 or 4 teams involved.
So they're their finals odds.
It went from 6. Wow. Okay, Jimmy Butler does not move it that much, but I guess so. People do. I would take the plus 6,000 without Jimmy Butler and feel much more comfortable. But
Yeah, I mean, it's let's see where they're at. Let's see. So NBA, like you said, let's look for. Let's go NBA standings. So where are they? Yeah, so they're in 10th place right now. Golden State is in 10th place. They're 25 and 24.
so they would have to play on the road for both games and win both games just to get the 8 seed and get OKC.
Yeah, I mean it's
That's wild.
it's still a rough stretch, and they play the Jazz tonight too. Warriors play the Jazz tonight, so they could either be 2 games above 500 or 500 again. But Dennis Schroeder doesn't have to go very far, that's for sure. He can just fucking hop off the plane and switch locker rooms if he's really getting rerouted to Utah.
I wonder if he's
Good for
playing
him
tonight. It's curious.
Yeah, it would be interesting. He's like, fuck it, give me a jersey, let's ball. He has like a 40 ball.
Wouldn't that be outstanding?
He fucking just an auto revenge game, an immediate revenge game. Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I don't know. Like, does this make Golden State better? Do you trust Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler more than you trust Kevin Durant, Booker, and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal ish? I mean, Bradley Beal's whatever, but do you trust? There's just a lot of teams here. What'd you say?
I think I'd take the Suns.
I think I would too. I don't know. There's a lot of teams that I don't know if they're still better than. I mean, you got to go. I mean, Sacramento, they're probably better than, Minnesota, maybe, Anthony Edwards is pretty nasty, I mean, I don't know. Fuck Rudy Gobert. Oh, you got Kyle Anderson. Look at that. Kyle Anderson is heading to Toronto in the deal.
How many teams are in this deal? Jesus
About
Christ.
half the NBA's in this deal, apparently.
God damn it. That's like 6 teams in this now?
Yeah, so when in like 10 minutes or 15, 20 minutes, at some point when the actual details come out in full, we will read them to you in full because this is a lot going on here. It seems like every 10 seconds somebody is.
Because as of now, it's Golden State, Miami, Utah, Detroit, and the Raptors involved in this. Did I miss everything? Did I miss a
dude,
team?
I don't know. There are so many fucking teams involved.
Are the New Zealand Breakers of the Australian Basketball League involved too? I
think that's actually where fucking Kyle Anderson's probably going to play. Bum. But yeah, I'm looking at this and there's a lot of teams I just don't think this still. I mean, the Lakers obviously, you got Luka, LeBron. And I would assume they, I think I don't know if they're done. I think they're going to get a deal done. I would assume for, at the Luka, we'll talk about the Luka press conference here in a few minutes, but the Luka detail, or the Luka thing. They had mentioned, Brad Pelinka mentioned by name basically, or said out loud that we need a center. So I'm sure they're going to be in the market for that, but I don't think they're better than the Lakers. And I don't think they're better than the Nuggets. They're probably better than the Rockets. When they get to the playoffs, I don't know if they're a better regular season team. Playoff wise, they're going to be better. I don't know if they're better than the Grizzlies, and I don't think they're better than Oklahoma City. So I just Golden State, like I said, I think this might. Would you say? I think they get in as the 8 seed. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, they're gonna have to play through the play in, and I think they're better than. They should be able to find a way to get one of those last two spots, but do do they stand a puncher's chance if they got Golden State? Yeah, because they can shoot their way out of problems, but Oklahoma City's probably wins that series in 5, maybe 6, unless Seth Curry goes ham 3-point crazy in a series and they manage to play enough defense.
Dude, and even I mean, there have been games this year for Steph Curry where you're kind of like, he looks human. You know what I mean? He kind of looked like he's always had stretches, I guess, where he's kind of gone cold or had cold shit, but not really. And there have been games this year where it's I had said earlier, it almost looked like he didn't look it almost looked checked out at sometimes. It almost looked like he was just like, dude, what the fuck am I doing this for? What am I playing? Why am I out here doing this? Miami Heat to receive PJ Tucker and Andrew Wiggins. So it's a 5-team deal.
God damn it. All right, give it to me.
I'm still trying to find.
You're waiting for something to be official where it gives everything and has lines and yeah, that's the only thing that always confused me about MLB has a 3-team trade every now and the NHL does too, but the NBA loves these 4-team complicated mess trades.
Yes. Tomorrow is the trade deadline. All right, here we go. Full trade.
Oh boy, give it to me.
So Jimmy Butler goes to the Warriors. Heat get Andrew Wiggins, PJ Tucker, protected first-round pick. Pistons get Lindy Waters, Josh Richardson. Jazz get Dennis Schroeder. Raptors get Kyle Anderson. So a lot happening to get Jimmy Butler to the fucking Warriors. I mean, the Warriors have moved earth today, basically, to get this guy. I mean, Jesus Christ. They called 4 teams, and they're like, look, 3 teams. If they hurry, they can trade AD back to the Lakers. Hey, AD showed up he was at the facility today in Dallas. He looked pretty happy, looked comfortable, looked good there. I'm telling you, man, look, I know, I mean, that trade is a bad trade. It's not a good trade, but I do think that, as much hate as they're getting, I think when they get on the court, I think they're going to be a good team. I think they're going to look good. They're not they're not going to just be ass for sure. They're going to be a good team for sure. I definitely think AD and Clay and Kyrie and, Gafford and, all the guys they kept, I think it'd be a pretty decent team, but long run. And they're saying, I don't know if you guys saw, but Luka apparently is going to be making his debut Saturday, and ESPN has flexed that game to they're just going to show it now. So they're playing the Pacers at 3 p.m. on Saturday. I think it's in LA, and it will be on ESPN as of today because they're anticipating it being Luka's Laker debut.
Good job, ESPN.
All right, well, let's talk about Luka. Let's get back to that. So did you see any of his press conference by chance? Did you